Red Star, now in censored edition. Today, we're going to be talking to a very special person. Jordan, I believe you have the facts.
I do, thank you, Ben. Born on April 10th, 1870, this son of a Russian nobleman was to have a profound effect on the future of Russia, and indeed, the world. His father had been the son of a serf who had risen to post of inspector of schools in St. while his mother was the daughter of a landowning physician. I believe you've been talking to this very special man, Ben?
I have. Shall we cut to the clip of my interview?
Cut to the clip, please.
Welcome to dreary Siberia, more commonly known to the locals around here as Lenin's secret hiding place, and the place where I conducted my special interview with him.
Hello and welcome to dreary Siberia, where I'm at the hideout of Vladimir Lenin. Now I'm going to ask you a few questions to ease you into the interview. So, Mr. Lenin, what are the two main catastrophes that affected your life and your views on communism?
Well, in 1886, when I was a child, my dad passed away. Then my brother was also hung because he tried to assassinate the Tsar. This helped me become an anti-Tsarist.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Lenin. My next question is, did you follow religion like all the other Russians at the time, and did you support the political system?
No, I deeply renounced the political system and religion.
Why did you... Thank you. What is the significance of your early days in St. Petersburg?
Well, in St. Petersburg, this is when my Marxism theory started shining through, and I became a leading exponent of the Marxist theory in St. Petersburg.
The cold Siberian weather has forced to take an interview inside. Can you list important dates from the 1905 revolution, please, Mr. Lenin?
Sure. In January 3rd to the 8th, 120,000 workers participate in a strike in St. Petersburg. The government then warns against organized marches. January 9th, Bloody Sunday. This was a very sad day as many people were shot and killed by the Tsar's troops. In January, the reactions to the massacre spread across neighboring regions, especially in the unindustrialized centers which experienced spontaneous worker strikes. In February, the strike movement spreads down to Kashkas. February 4th, the Grand Duke Sergei Alexandrovich is killed by an SR assassination as protests grow. February 6th, notably large rural disorder, especially in Kursk. February 18th, reacting to the growing troubles, Nicholas II orders the creation of a consultative assembly to report on constructional reforms. The move is less than the revolutionaries want, but it gives them impetus. In March, the strike movement and the unrest reaches Siberia and the Urals. April 2nd, the Second National Congress of Semlas again demands a constitutional assembly. The Unions of Unions is formed. May, embarrassment for the government as the Baltic fleet is easily sunk, having spent more than 7 months sailing around Japan. In June, soldiers used against strikers in Lodz. June 18th, Odessa is halted by a large strike. June 14th through the 24th, sailors mutiny on the battleship Putman, which is huge because Russian military relies on faith. August, Moscow holds the first conference of the Peasants' Union, holds the first Congress of the Muslim Union, one of the many groups pushing for regional, often national.
Welcome back to the Red Star. Unfortunately, Lenin has left us due to a sudden stroke he suffered. Our well wishes are with him and his family at this very moment. Although it must be said, how did Lenin actually affect the 1917 Russian Revolution?
Well, he possessed necessary leadership skills that enabled him to influence the masses, like charisma and good oratorical skills. He provided the vision to people in ways such as the April Theses, clearly stating his stand in many areas and his promise to overthrow the provisional government. He was able to identify and address the problems the population faced, which were starvation, war and improper distribution of land, which encompassed in his slogan, Bread, Land, Peace. He unified the Bolsheviks by his return to Russia in April 1917, re-radicalizing the party as well as providing the leadership for the revolution.
Speaking of contributions, I believe Lenin had his own newspaper.
Correct, Ben. It was called Iskra, the Spark. The original Iskra was founded by Vladimir Lenin as a Russian social democratic newspaper aimed at Russian workers. The paper was published abroad to avoid censorship and was smuggled into Russia. The first issue was published in Vienna, Austria on October 3, 1908. Since the Russian Social Democratic Labour Party was then split into multiple factions, and since Lenin was a self-described non-factional social democrat, the newspaper spent much of its time trying to unite party factions. The editors tried to avoid the factional issues that divided Russian emigres and concentrated on the issues of interest to Russian workers. Coupled with a lively and easy-to-understand style, it made the paper very popular in Russia. In January 1910, the party's Central Committee had a rare plenary meeting with all party factions represented. A comprehensive agreement to reunite the party was worked out and tentatively agreed upon.